We recording now. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversations. I'm your girl Dominique, and I have my beautiful, lovely friend Nya Fuentes joining me. You might know her sexy ass from IG, crazy banging body.
Right now.
Anyway, she's not whooped right now. Y'all, we finna take a shot, y'all. I've been in LA 11 years. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm so freaking excited. I made it. I made it 11 years, y'all. I thought I was gonna have to go home at some point, and I didn't. God saw me through. Not that He didn't see anybody else through, but He said, "This is where you belong." So we're gonna toast today. Where your bottle? And now I got hippie goals in here too. We finna toast. Hey.
Lord.
It's down here. It's down here.
Clink, 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 clink.
Nya, you took like a triple shot.
Nah, girl, it's just a little bit in here. I had to tip it all the way up.
Oh, okay. I was like, you no judgment. No,
I ain't take no triple shot. It's just a little corner in there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was just like, I am not responsible for any drunk Listen, you Libras, I don't know. Y'all be doing shit. So I just, yeah. You know, I'm an air sign. We be drunk texting. I'm not gonna do that today. I mean, the person that I would have to join text is the damn dog daddy, and we cool this week. So,
today.
Yeah, we cool today. How are you, beautiful?
Girl, tired. Tired again.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? You have your businesses. You got like 20,000 jobs.
Girl, yes. The Airbnb, working 2 jobs right now.
Okay.
For 2 full-time jobs. What the hell else I'm doing? Oh, I'm opening up an ATM business.
I saw that today. Okay, so how does that even? First of all, hold on. How are your Airbnbs going? Because that's been like your baby and your projects that you've been loving on a lot. So how are your Airbnbs? And tell everybody where your Airbnbs are. And
I just got one right now. It's in Atlanta.
Okay.
But, I'm going to not moving, but I'm going to be expanding one into Miami and doing another one in Houston, and then I'm gonna double back in Atlanta and do the whole formula over again. So the goal is to have like 10 of those, but right now I'm just at one.
Okay.
And, yeah, my clothes is about to be off the ground, God willing, in a week. So I probably got upwards almost to 100 styles that I'm gonna be like released on the site, because I be feeling like a lot of them sites, like if I go to them, if it's not familiar or whatever, and I go to them and they got just like 15 things on there, I'd be like, it's a little scammy. Like, I don't want to buy from her, but that's why I got all them styles, because I was like, I'm coming with the fashion for the girls. So yeah, that's in the works. And then I got a streetwear brand that I want to release, but that won't come out this year. I'm looking for the spring for that.
Okay. We see you getting money. That's not your name. Nya Miss Get Money Fuentes. Because she don't play about her money. She don't play about a bag at all.
I do not. I went through a breakup, y'all. I don't know if y'all watched For the Hard Way, but I went through a breakup. So that's great.
Okay, so since we're here, how are you recovering? How is everything?
It's great. I've been outside a lot.
I know.
I've been outside a lot, and it's great. Like, I love it out here. The streets miss me. I miss them.
So I mean, okay. The breakup, do you feel like you were blindsided by it at all, or do you felt like it was coming?
Okay. No, I feel like I was blindsided like a motherfucker. Like, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. Like one day it was one thing, and the next day it was on all bullshit. So yeah.
Okay, so sidebar, Nya's dude, we have the same name. Don't hate us all.
Look, I was talking to my friend Nico today, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be on Dominique podcast. And he was like, who? And I was like, the girl who was on the podcast with, he was like, we gotta find a new name for her. Where she live at? I was like, LA. He was like, okay, we just gonna call her LA from now on. So your name is LA.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Nya friend for the nickname. That's hilarious. No, because sometimes you wonder how people are, or you don't know what to say. Because I don't never want to like trigger anybody or make anybody like think about something that they're trying to get over. So I just didn't know like what to say. And then the whole thing happened with the lady, the reading, and was like guiding you and telling you like how to move. So I was like, okay, well then let me shut the fuck up and not say nothing.
Yeah, I haven't found my knight in shining armor yet, but I got a lot of hoes, so that's perfect. So he might be one of them. I don't know yet, but
is any one of your hoes, are they trying to be the starting, like, well, we have the starting 5, but who's trying to be the MVP? Do you feel like anybody could potentially be, or is it one person that's like, you rather not say? That's okay.
It's one. But girl, he a Virgo too, so I ain't trying to do all that.
I don't wish that on you. Girl, them Virgos. I was just talking to somebody. Somebody had a Virgo baby that I feel like was supposed to be a Libra, and I was like, I feel sorry for you.
No, for real, because you almost made it. Almost made it. Now you got a problematic ass kid.
Really, that thinks that they're great and God's a gift to earth, and think that they can do no wrong.
Yeah, none. And criticize everybody, but can't say.
Speaking of Virgos, so today, how I was reminded that I was 11 years ago was a post on Facebook from my ex, and it's a picture.
I seen it.
Okay, so technically, so was I petty to repost the picture, or I thought about it after I posted, and I was like, I probably should delete this post.
Why?
Because I don't want my name coming up in, well, your name is always gonna come up in spaces where you don't know nothing about anyway. But I don't want nobody trying to like talk shit and say that I was like intentionally trying to be messy, and I really wasn't today. Not today.
Well, I mean, it's posted now, so she don't be no punk ass bitch to take it down.
Not. This is why I love Night. Don't be no punk ass bitch and take it down. Hold on. Let's see. Has anybody for Facebook? My Facebook number.
I seen one like, and I wasn't gonna put no reaction on it because I ain't want to. But
it's going slow. It's only 5 people.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's cool. No biggie. But I bring you here today because, I just wanted to talk about some astrology a little bit of, with it being Halloween like being literally, what's today? Sunday is Halloween, I think. I wonder, do you believe in ghosts? Have you seen any ghosts? Things like that. So that's what I really want to get into today.
Yeah.
I've
been seeing ghosts like all my life.
You have? So, okay. So what was the craziest encounter that you had with a ghost? Like, was it in the physical sense, or was it like sleep paralysis, or was it a dream?
I've had sleep paralysis. I have, my dreams are more like premonitions than anything. Okay. I dream so vividly, and I dream about stuff before it happens, which is weird. But the ghost thing is more kind of like, when I was a kid, I used to get like weird, strange reactions. Like I've had like shadows and stuff come out of nowhere. So it's not like a ghost, but it definitely be a shadow that looks like a human form. But
And you be by yourself, and there's nobody else there.
no, I would be in my room. I'm the only child on my mom's side, so I was only me, my mom, and my dad in the house. If my dad was there, if he wasn't working, so he wasn't my mother.
So okay, so when you saw when you saw these shadows, like what was your response to them? Because I'm like wondering, I'm like, what the fuck? Like I ain't never seen no. I've seen a reflection one time that wasn't mine, but the house that I was at, somebody had died in that house. So it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was like haunted, but I just know that somebody had. I don't know how many people, but I know at least one person had transitioned in that house. So I'm just like,
I think it was more ancestral than somebody like a spirit that was like trapped in the house.
mhm,
I You would know if it was like a bad spirit. You would get a bad vibe.
yeah.
And I wasn't scared because didn't feel like no bad spirit. Honestly, I think a couple times that it was like my great uncle. Um
Mhm.
his birthday is 3 days after mine. So we
Okay.
had really close a close relationship. So I feel like that was him, but I don't know. And
Okay.
um also my grandfather died like 2 months before my dad's father died like 2 months before I was born, down to the
Okay.
day. So sometimes I feel like it may have been him too. And then I have my other grandfather. He passed away when I was 13. And I've never seen like shadows, but I feel him.
Mm.
And it'd be like a strange situation. I feel, and then I have like a memory about my grandfather, and I'd be like, ah, that ain't nothing my granddaddy like. And
That's
my mom says my grandmother comes to her all the time in dreams.
okay.
So
I mine wouldn't be shadows. Weird things would happen because my mom had died when I was a baby,
mhm.
so I would be at home alone, like, and I would hear somebody say my name, but it would sound like my aunt that I called mom that raised us, but it
Mhm.
was like her voice, like the tone was tweaked. Because like if you ever are on the phone with like my sister and I or in the same room, we have a very similar like
Voice.
voice.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, what the fuck? And then there'll be sometimes like if I don't wrap my hair, and it'll be like somebody comes and I'll move my hair off
Mhm.
my face, like weird things like that. Um, but I've never it's interesting. I've never seen my mom like in the flesh. I don't think in a dream. She always appears as like different animals. It's
Okay.
yeah. So like one time, like not too long ago, she appeared in a dream, but she was like a white butterfly, and then somebody was asking me about the butterfly, and I was like, "Oh, that's just my mom." It was really weird. I'm like, "Okay." So then I was like looking up what a white butterfly meant and whatever. So that was really cool. But I would have really weird, like I always had like vivid dreams about my like relatives that I was like super super close with.
Mhm.
Like I had a cousin that had passed away, and he had an aneurysm,
Mhm.
and so I found out like in the middle of the night. So when I went back to sleep out here, um my dad had told me how it happened. It was just like, oh, he like collapsed in the lobby of his apartment building. So I like go to sleep. I have a dream. I'm in the apartment building, and my cousin, it looks like he's walking out the elevator, and then he collapses. But I see his soul get out of his body, and then it comes over and talks to me. So I've had things like that happen consistently, but I don't know. I just feel like, man, I'm like a little, what do they call it? Like a ghost whisperer.
Mhm.
Things like that. But I don't know. Have you ever encountered like a crazy bad spirit or anything?
Yeah.
Where were
Yeah.
you? Tell me the story. I want to know.
Recently I had told my sister's mom to stop bringing up my sister. Because every time we talk about her in death, it ends up I feel like it's a badass spirit in my house. I just feel it in my heart, and it's strange. And I was talking to one of my oracles about it, about her in particular. And it was at the time when she was pregnant, and she don't know nothing about my sister, and like nobody really do. So I was telling her a story, something that happened, and she was like, "Nah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to stop this conversation about your sister." She was like, "Because I just got a really, really bad vibe, and I don't want to talk about this no more."
What?
So,
What are you
but
supposed to be doing?
you know what? You know what's crazy is I think people. I've been getting more and more into studying about like my spirituality and like lifetimes and past lives and stuff like that. So I believe that either my sister is like very in tune with somebody that has transcended that was very, very evil in her family. Like we know who the person is. And she was an evil person. And
You can name drop on here. Who was it? Was it her mama?
no, it ain't her mom. Her mom is a sweetheart. Her mom is
Okay.
sweet. But and also like I've been doing like research and stuff, and it says like sometimes like people that are your enemies in this life, I mean people that are your siblings or like close family members or maybe like your boyfriend and stuff who used to be your enemies in your past life, and they were put in your life in this life so things can be resolved. But if they are not resolved, then the cycle may keep going. Which is very interesting. So
We're gonna circle back to that.
okay.
So I got that right here.
Yeah.
So okay. So does that make you like now kind of like apprehensive to go around her? I mean, I feel like
I ain't been, you know what? I haven't been around my sister in person in years.
wow.
We talked over the phone for the first because we were estranged for about a year, and I found out that she was pregnant. But I found out before she told me. And when she was comfortable enough with reaching out to me and everything, then we were trying to like form a relationship again, but that only lasted for like a month and a half. And
Yeah.
then we became estranged again, and she had my nephew last December, so he's about to be 1. So I haven't met my nephew. I haven't and I haven't been around my sister. So I ain't been around her, I want to say about 2.5 years in person. But it's cool.
It's like, but listen, I'm all for boundaries. I'm all for dealing with people from far
Yeah, I
distance.
love her to death. I love
Yeah.
her. Do
But it's
anything for her. As one, if she called me today and say, "Naya, I need help," or "I want to come stay with you," girl, come on, I got your flight. What's up? Bring my nephew on over here.
you just got your sage and your crosses in each room.
I beat the hell out of whatever that bad spirit is. We gonna go toe to toe. But
Damn.
I just don't like talking in depth about anything that she's going through because I always get a bad vibe in my house. And my house is beautiful. I don't have no issues with having no bad vibes. I don't like feeling anxious and feeling like I gotta look over my shoulder because that's some serious shit if you're dealing with somebody that's rooted in evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like I know one time when I was abroad in college, I was in Vienna. Fuck that teacher. Because she took us to this funeral home. And yeah. So first of all, you got me in a funeral home. And it was like, I guess the purpose of that is because their rituals are similar to kind of how it is in New Orleans. Like it's like your passing is this huge celebration. They can do whatever it is that you want. But I just remember I was just like, hey, it's something on my shoulder. And I was like leaning over and it was like heavy. And I was just like, hey, I'm about to leave because y'all got somebody up in here that done some shit and I can't fuck with it and I'm a light and I got to go. Cause I don't need nothing trying to follow me back to my room, anything. And they was just like, are you, I was like, nah, it's something in here. And I couldn't stay there. I couldn't stay there just because of that alone. And then they was like, well, we don't, like at the moment, it's only like a couple people. I said, well, I don't care what y'all got up in here. I gotta go. I'm out.
Yeah.
I would go on to cuss that teacher out and she would not pass me, but it's okay. She deserves to be.
Motherfuckers in Vienna, Prague, and shit like that, they are extremely racist.
Yeah, you know what? But I was told that about Paris as well. I have yet to experience and not saying that, oh, there's people that are the exception or whatever, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention to it because I was just in my own little bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really experience anything like out there that was crazy.
I mean, because they also might accept you as a what they call quote unquote colored person. So you are not like a dark skin or like extremely dark, deep skin black woman. So most of Europe would probably accept you as, oh, they have like some type of white parent, because mostly like black people that come there straight from Africa that don't really have any dilution or anything in their bloodline. Like
the Africans that not raped us, that robbed us. Wrong word, wrong R word. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to learn that when I went to Italy by myself for the first time, and this is like term used by Africans, like they called me colored, and I was like, what the fuck do that mean? Like, because I know stuff mean different things to different people, and it just mean like mixed race black person, and I'm like, well, my parents black, but they like, nah, they not, and I'm like, well, they're not to y'all, but they are to me.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that happened to my sister. I think she might have been in Paris, and somebody said, what are you, black, white? Mm-hmm. But let's circle back to you talking about past lives and relationships. So how is that even possible? Like, I don't know. I've never researched or studied anything like that, but that's intriguing to me because I feel like sometimes you might touch something that you never touched before and you feel some sort of connection, or you feel like you might feel close to like a certain creed of people. Like sometimes I always say, like, I might have been a geisha, or I might have been a queen of like Egypt or something in a past life. But it's interesting. I was just talking about kind of like soul ties today. So would that be considered that, like in interacting with somebody that could be from a previous life that you meet them in this life?
Ain't soul ties in the regards of like sexual energy though?
I mean, I would assume that I was fucking them in a past life, and then fucking them.
But not necessarily.
It feels familiar.
Yeah, but not necessarily. The way they show up in this life might be not the same person that they were in a past life. They might have been a brother. They might have been some type of business partner. They may have been like the motherfucker that stay across the street and y'all had beef. Like they might have been anybody, but yeah. So that's interesting because I started thinking about it more because my other oracle, she had told me like this the first lady I ever had a reading by or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And she told me that old dude that I just broke up with, Yeah, she told me that the reason why she thought we were gonna have so much longevity, and I don't think he's gone out of my life, but he can't come back. And the only reason that she thought we were gonna have so much longevity was because, and she really liked him for me, was because that she seen him in every one of my past lives.
Oh shit.
And he was different people for me in those past lives, and it was either like I was running from him or he was running from me. Like we always had a disconnect, but it seemed like she seen all the good things that were happening and that was blooming for us, so she thought that we were like on the good path of resolving this thing that we've been having running for a long time. So I gotta see this bitch in the next life.
He
And
won't find his way back in this life, though.
he will not. He will not. He will not. I'm a Libra, baby.
I know what that means. I get it.
You can't come back.
But you know, I'm not gonna say. Okay, so my interaction, I'll tell you this, like with Libra men. Libra men are special. Libra men don't. You see, that's why you put your head down because you know that. And I always tell people that interacting with a Libra to me, as far as men go, is kind of worse than dealing with a Gemini. Because a Gemini, you know they're gonna be hot and cold. You just don't necessarily know when. But a Libra they're similar. It's like it's that scale. And so it's their true self. And then it's their self that they want to show the world. And so that's the internal battle that they consistently have. And they fuck up a lot along the way because of that, because they really want to be their true self, but because they come off, well, because they are cold and standoffish, there's this layer that they have that kind of gets through more than their true self. And so I feel like a lot of times the connection that I've had with Libra man, like that's supposed to be my ultimate soulmate. Like my ultimate partner is supposed to be a Libra.
Mm-hmm.
I done been through 3 or 4. It ain't happening. And that's how I feel. But then the conversations that I have, like one of them is like a really good friend of mine. And we keep having the same reoccurring issue. And it's because his true self feels like nobody would care. And I'm like, that's not what friendships are about. Like you have to be able to reveal, because now you're moving sneaky. But Libras men are also Libras in general, y'all kind of calculated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe this guy, I forget what his sign was, maybe, just maybe, he has some maturing and growing up to, because I'm gonna tell you something. When we love people hard. And the way your ass will light up talking about that nigga, all bright-eyed and rosy cheeks, he might just need a moment to grow.
No, that ain't yeah, pour a drink out. Happening. Actually, the motherfucker tried to spin the block and got blocked on everything, cursed out bad. Like I had been holding back. Like I even talked to my baby daddy about it. He like, Nya, you being real. He was like, I don't even know this side of you. Like you being nice. And this motherfucker that did all this shit, you still being nice, like you still being amicable and stuff. Like they're trying to be like very, very adult and shit. He was like, motherfucker, I know would have had this nigga pulled up on, beat the fuck up. You done called him all type of names and talked about it.
Nya big East Side. She from East Side, like to hear. So yeah, this sound about right.
I'm like, you know what?
You're acting like very West Side right now. If you're being nice about things.
I'm like, it just wasn't in me. And then like when he had tried to spin the block,
mm-hmm.
Oh, and then kept on like creating a disruption in my day-to-day life.
Okay.
I was like, oh bitch, hold the fuck up. Like I done cried for the last time. Now I'm finna call you every name in the book, and you finna get blocked. And then once he got blocked, he was like on my IG looking at all my stories, and I screenshot and it was like, you just can't take it, bitch. You just like, you know, Virgos like to be in control of the situation. So
oh yes, he is. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Once you take control for them motherfuckers, they go crazy. Yeah. They really go crazy. So I'm like, you just can't take it, bitch. You just can't take not having control of the situation and want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And I was letting you pretty much do that as long as it wasn't like fucking with what I had going on or fucking up my feelings. But now you can't, bitch. You can't come back. My homeboy said he finna come to St. Louis and pop.
He is. I'm surprised. At this point, I'm surprised the nigga ain't knocked on your door. And I know you gotta be buzzed in. So I'm surprised that he ain't followed nobody in and bammed on your door.
No, you know, I've been out of town. I've been traveling a lot. I've been outside, been traveling a lot. So he may not have been here and just ain't caught a bitch. That's all that is. That's all it is.
I mean, it's just, the thing is, it sucks because like we was really rooting for y'all. Like,
I don't give a fuck about none of that. We rooting for another nigga.
Okay, we can root for another nigga. Where you at? You know, who trying to be the MVP? I don't think you like the person that's really showing up for you right now, though.
I don't think he's showing up for me yet, but it's cool. He's cool. Like, we done went to the movies, we hang out, like, cool. He bought me little wings at the club. Like, it's just like one of them. It ain't one like, cause the dude I had really liked, cause he had brought like the week after I had went to Atlanta with my best friend Nico for his birthday or whatever, we went to New York.
Okay.
Well, he paid for all my accommodations in New York. He ended up giving me my flight money back. He paid for a bomb ass hotel room, spent $1,000 on the hotel room, took me out to the bed. I'm seeing you a picture of us at the dinner.
He got a friend?
Girl, he done got locked up, girl. Yes, he got locked up on my birthday. He was supposed to be coming to Miami. He got locked up on my birthday.
Okay. Do his friends be getting locked up? You know, I turned a new leaf.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them type of things.
I'm too old. I'm 34, about to be 35. I can't be.
Yeah, so that's kind of like put on a standstill. So I'm outside, and the dude here, he cool or whatever. My baby daddy, he been. And it's not even like he's trying to get back in. He's just trying to make sure I'm okay, like comfortable or whatever. Cause he seen, you know, I was heartbroken. The Big East Side was heartbroken. But he was there. Shit, his family members like sat and talked with me and checked on me, and he's been a great help. I had this whole like support system that I never really thought I had, like to actually like open up my real feelings to. Not even real feelings, you know, I'm just real private. Like I don't think what I got to say in my head is nobody fucking business.
Libra.
Yeah.
With me all the while, but you hurting.
Yeah, so I had to I done had a friend for damn near half a decade. She was like, Nya, this is the first time I ever seen you emotional about anything. Like, I've never seen you angry, and I've never seen you like sad. I've never seen you anything. And she was like, because she's a Cancer. So the bitch always coming to me upset. But she was like, I've never seen you upset. Like, I just didn't know if you just didn't have nothing going on, and if you was hard body like that. And I was like, girl, I talked to myself and Jesus, that's about it. But I had to actually talk to people that was around me because I was not okay.
Yeah.
And shit, it's cool to understand that like I cannot be okay, and that I can reach out for outside help. That's cool.
Wait, no, but it's the face that you make it when you make that sense. Like, oh, you would think like, oh, it's okay, I can knock her. And you like, I guess I can reach out for outside help. Yeah, I guess I could talk to y'all.
It's like, ooh, the ghetto. Ooh.
It's so hard. It is so hard, and I try to talk about my feelings. I just get real frustrated with myself because I'm like, man, I'm a G. I'm tougher than this. This nigga got me over here crying in the corner, and I just it feels weird. It feels really weird and foreign. And then I always say to myself, see, this is why I'm not supposed to be liking people because I'm going against the air sign code, and we don't like you niggas. Y'all like us. We just make it work. We allow y'all to take up a little space, and then you take up too much, and then we don't want you to leave, and then you fucking leave, and now it's a problem because now I don't know how to fucking function without. Why did I love you?
Yeah, because once I like you, I love you, bitch. Yes. So you can't go nowhere. Yeah. And that's for everybody. That's for my friends, family, niggas, and my side niggas, hoes, all that food niggas.
Man, and I get so mad, especially when it comes to just not relationships, but like friendships. If some shit go down, I was just like, you bitch. Because I didn't like you at first, and then I let you in, and then you just disappointed me any fucking way. I shouldn't have liked you.
My first mind is kept not liking your ass.
It was like, yeah, something off. Something is off. But maybe it's me just being judgmental because we have a tendency to do that. So I was just like, I also don't know where Zaza is, and that makes me nervous. Yeah, oh, okay. She's on the pillow. She's behind the pillow asleep. Okay. I was scared. But no, I always wonder that, like, if I lost love in the past life, or is there some sort of like generational curse thing? My friend was telling me that she had went to get a reading, and that's what the person was telling her. And it's just like from a past life, something happened, and it's like affected, pretty much like all the women in her family. And she wasn't sure if she would ever be able to fully experience love. And when I met her, she was in like a lot of tumultuous like relationships, and it seems to be working out. Popped up pregnant, found out at 6 months, and yeah, thought she had. Well, was thinking that it was COVID. That happened to my mom with my little sister. Thought she was just like, she's like, but let me just, because she has endometriosis. Oh. And so she was just like, well, you know what? Before I go get this COVID test, let me take a pregnancy test. And it came back positive. But she was like, well, let me take another one. And so when she finally was able to see a doctor, they was like, bitch, you 6 months. And then she ended up having a baby like at 8 months, 7.5, 8 months.
Oh, so if I only know I'm pregnant for 2 months, that's straight.
I'm okay with that.
I'm very okay with that.
She's like, well, that's how I was. I'm like, I would be okay with that. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm pregnant. I'm doing like a month and a half. Sure, I'm pretty sure the baby will be okay. I'm not smoking as much weed. Nya. Okay. Sidebar, y'all. I was saying next time I come to St. Louis, I'm going to get Nya high. Don't trust me. Never mind. Last week, I got so high. It was an accident, and I was having a terrible day. And I had taken 3 puffs of that damn pen that had me fucked up.
At this point, that's a crack glass. Because
you listen. My homegirl will tell you, I called her. I thought it was midnight. I thought it was so late, and I was having a panic attack. And I was freaking out. I could not breathe. I was trying to lay down on the couch, and I was just like, well, let me watch basketball. But it was something with the movements, and it was fucking me up. And then I just freaked out. And then I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to die. So I called my friend. I was so scared. And I was like, hi, I said, I'm having a panic attack. And she's like, okay. She's like, just breathe. Do you need to go sit somewhere cold to get some air? And I had no clothes on. I went sat on the balcony with a blanket. I was so hot. I don't know what fucking galaxy I was on. So maybe I can give you like a piece of an edible, but no, don't smoke nothing because I'll be having crazy shit that I don't know what be happening. And yesterday she told me on Twitter, she said, what'd you say?
About how you were breathing?
Yeah, she was talking about my breathing and how crazy my breathing was.
You were breathing sorry. You were breathing fun. You were breathing. I was
like, I was in a hurricane. Girl, I'm gonna get my life together. I'm not smoking for a while. I'm cool.
You should not. You definitely should not. You are not one of those people, girl.
I am. It's just that sometimes I be pushing the limit too far. I'm gonna say that. I push it too far. And I don't know when to stop because it feels so good. I ain't never had a panic attack high before. Now, one time I got real high and I was at my homegirl's house, and I don't know why I remember this. We all took an edible and it kicked in hella fast. But whatever it was, we was watching the Mario Braid My Hair video. And then my friend said, did you start this sober? And I'm like, no, why has this song been on for like 20 minutes? It was like looping. I mean, that's a nice voice to hear. You know, the boy can sing, but yeah, I was too high.
Yeah, you need some help.
I do need help. I mean, we all can go to therapy, but I don't need help like that. I'm not addicted. Just sometimes, man, sometimes I get high and I can feel the weed in my veins. And it feels so good. It feels like it's like,
girl, that sounds like crack. Or veins.
No,
it was feel like that.
No, girl, my homeboy gave me this edible one time. We was at Toca Madera, and he just passed it to me. He got his own company too. Y'all, when I tell you, it hit me so fast. And then next thing you know, we was at the Nice Guy and we was eating all this stuff, and I had some milk and cookies, but it was like I could feel it in my veins, and it just felt like I was getting this nice internal massage. I would never do anything hardcore. I'm too afraid because I know me. But that's the thing about knowing yourself and your personality. I feel like low-key I could do something like hard, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm addicted. I like this. So no, I know my limits and I won't try. I won't. But it felt good.
I'm glad you're not trying crack.
Yeah, never. But I did have a boyfriend that was selling crack and he lied about it. So I saw crack in real life and he had it in the bags to distribute. He looked me in my eye and lied and said that he wasn't selling crack. So I said, so you doing crack? So yeah.
Girl, that wasn't nothing but soap.
Girl, I was so mad because I told Food this story, hippie. I was telling him like, okay, I was like, he had this burnt CD case, clearly college. And I was like, oh, Young Jeezy. So I picked it up. And I said, you know, like, oh, this is a burnt CD case. And something had fallen out of it. I didn't even pay attention to it. So I just opened it up. And then I looked to the right and it was a scale disguised as a CD case. So, and then I looked, I was like, what the fuck fell? And it was like crack in these bags that he was selling. Yeah, man. It was wild.
I like an amateur, because why the hell he let you see all that?
Okay, so I had a key to his house and he knew I was coming over, and I went to the bathroom and it was in the bathroom on like the counter. So I just so happened to pick it up and I really said, oh, Jeezy, out loud. I remember that. And then, yeah, so yeah. Man. Yeah. Interesting life. Interesting niggas that I be dating.
No, for real.
And I'm still trying to make sense of that situation because he worked for General Motors, but he wasn't on the union. So when they would shut the plant down, he wouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
So you were selling crack, but you were still behind on your rent. But you were still giving me money. And I'm not money. don't know what he was doing, but he was giving me money. I mean, I wasn't gonna say no. I didn't want him to know that I saw that rent, that notice. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So
you saw an eviction notice?
bitch, he was behind on his rent.
Mm. Well, you know, niggas gonna need.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, so hopefully he was, I don't give a fuck. He gave me some money not too long ago. When I say not too long ago, hold on, let me clarify that. It was when I had lost my job when I was working at Saks, so that was a little while ago. But yeah, gave me some money. So yeah.
As long as he was spreading the wealth.
Yeah. No, that's what friends are for. That's my favorite ex. He's my favorite ex.
That's my friend. Nigga ain't no friend. He enemy.
Well, nah, that's not. We're still friends though. I think I told you, I sent y'all that screenshot of the dude. Somebody had texted me late at night asking me how many people I was fucking, and I was like, what?
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, I think that was his wife though.
He married?
Girl, and got 4 funny looking kids.
4?
It's a set of twins. I'm gonna send you the picture. Let me not talk about this online.
You're so messy. I even forgot how messy you was.
Me? I am not messy. I am wholesome.
You just said and whispered in the camera.
Don't call me Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, Christy. You done whispered in his camera about this man kids after he didn't pay your bills.
That don't make me a terrible person.
Okay, CT.
I'm gonna send you the picture and then you're gonna agree.
Yeah, send it.
I'm about to send it right now so you can agree on camera. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sending it right now because
I ain't agreeing on camera now.
You gonna agree on camera. I'm gonna send you the picture of the wife, and I'm gonna send it all. Let me stop being an asshole. Okay, that's 2, and then here the. Okay, let me send you this one. Hold on. Look at me being messy. You're right. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna start talking about people because I don't want my kids to be messed up.
Girl.
My mama said, she's like, you'll be all right. You come from a long line of people that do that, and you turned out okay. All right, cool. But it just be my luck. It's the silence for me.
I'm zooming in, doing a prayer assessment. This one little boy, he gonna grow up to be handsome, but yeah, everybody else kind of whooped.
See, I didn't make it up.
They jeans just didn't mix well. Neither one of them are ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they jeans just didn't.
Yeah. Okay. So that'd be my biggest fear. Like, if that happens, do you ever think about stuff like that when you think about having kids? Because I'll be asking questions. Like, did you have braces? Do y'all have a history of cancer, high blood pressure, obesity? I ask questions like that.
I don't really think about that because I feel like you seen pictures of my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I look exactly like my mom. We just not the same skin tone or whatever. So
right.
I feel like I got a strong ass set of genes. Either way it goes. So I mean, it's no way that I can have my mama whole face and just like not her like skin tone or whatever. Like, so
yeah.
And it's debatable, like, which side of the family my eye color come from too, because light eyes run on my mama's family like they do on my dad's. Like, both of my parents got light brown eyes, and my mom dark skin and got light brown eyes. So it's just like, shit, I probably really mostly look like my mom. I just,
right.
daddy just over there a little bit. So I feel like my kid gonna look like me, hopefully.
I would love if my kid looks like me, but then it's like, okay, what happens if you date a person that could be as equally as attractive as us? Because I think we're attractive people, and then you get things don't something happens along the RNA and DNA, and because we have this part, like, do you have somebody in your family that you think that might not be that person's kid and nobody say shit? Because it's a couple of people.
You so messy.
I'm not. So yeah. Are y'all both telling me they ain't never crossed your? I ain't say the name. If you want to say the name, that's okay. But don't say the name. But they ain't never happened to you where you
like that ain't they
that person might not, because like I'm gonna send you. Okay, I'll send it to you. But it's this. We have a couple of people that I'm like, our genes, especially the Lovings gene, is strong. Like, I saw a picture of Jill daddy, and though Jill and I, like, we had the same like last name. I'm like, yo, your daddy looked like one of my cousins. Like, we don't know if we really related or not, but I'm like, that's interesting. So Jill looked like we related, and we not related. But there's be some people that I'm like, our genes are very, very strong. Like, everybody. Like, people think that I'm my uncle's kid.
Yeah. I got a brother like that. I don't think he my daddy's son.
I didn't know you was gonna get that messy. I thought you was gonna say like a cousin, a nephew. Okay, then.
And his mammy.
Well, shit. I didn't know you was, listen. Hey.
You know what? What is really crazy? All my dad kids is generally the same height and skin tone, and majority of us got dark skinned moms.
Okay.
His mama dark skin.
Okay.
She kind of looks like my dad had a type. She kind of looks similar to my mom, right?
Okay.
He's short, fat, and very deep skin tone. Bell pepper nose. He looks nothing like, if you see him, he looks nothing like me.
So do you think that just maybe in that case, the mom's genes might have been a little stronger?
He don't look like his mama.
Yeah.
His mom favors my mom.
Okay.
So my mom has a small nose. My mom has like kind of a big lips. She got high cheekbones.
Okay, yeah. I saw that picture you posted yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he got his nose this wide. Where you get that big ass nose from? Not only that, I have my oldest sister.
Punnett squares, Nya. Punnett squares. Maybe it's from like a relative on her side from like some centuries ago.
I know who the daddy is. So
and I'm messy. You messy, Nya.
What about that boy? Fuck that boy. So, anyways, but I know who the daddy is. Actually, before my grandma died, she was real messy. Before my mom died, she was real messy. She kind of alluded to the fact. So,
so why everybody? Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so I I got an uncle that like he passed away like a couple of summers ago, but like apparently he was supposed to be like my grandfather's kid, but then she told this other relative that it really wasn't my grandpa's kid. And yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know why people be lying. I mean, I just feel like no, my dad really thought that was his kid, right? My dad, he a stand-up guy.
He still didn't check.
I mean, back then, my daddy is in his 70s. Back then, that wasn't even a thing, like to get a DNA test. Motherfuckers only had black and white shoes. They ain't have no DNA test. Like, bro, they ain't even have color shoes. So
I'm gonna tell you a funny story, and it's not funny. It's kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna tell you afterwards.
Okay, but my dad was just like, okay, shit, I'm gonna take care of my child financially or whatever. Like, I mean, if he want to be there, that's his business. But he always took care of his kids, all his kids financially or whatever. But I had this long lost sister that I met, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's older. Actually, her and my oldest brother, that's not mine, is ghetto twins. So they born like months apart. It's crazy. She looks just like me.
Uh-huh.
And like same skin tone. She got the little funny color eyes or whatever. And we look like we came from the same person. She has like even this is something that she would never know because she never knew me and she never knew my father.
Okay.
Until I was like 15 years old, right? She has like mannerisms, like our stance, the like way that we kind of like hold our head to the side. Like that's one thing my mom can say that I look like my dad because I have like mannerisms like him.
Right.
And or the way I pull up my jeans on the side, like she always say, "Yeah, pull up me." Or we have this certain scent about our hair, and she like when it gets greasy or whatever, we just have a certain scent. Like my sister is just.
You know, black mamas the only mamas that do that, right? I swear that's a black mama thing.
I don't know. I think that be all mamas be like, you look like your motherfucking daddy. So yeah, so we like our hands, like me and my dad and my sister hands is all alike, like
yeah,
all of that. So it's like that one don't need to be DNA.
Right.
Danny can't tell me nothing that I don't already know. This lady coming in here, she got the same cadence of walk like me. There's some stuff that you can't fake.
Yeah.
Like this other nigga, I don't know who kid. Well, I don't know. That one ain't nice, but it's cool.
It'd be so funny because like we be having like side conversations about the shit, and it's like I don't know, but then I was like, well, you know, his daddy's stupid, so who knows? So he might, but the nigga stupid, so I wouldn't because I was telling my sister the other day, Nya, I was like, hey, if my partner asked me to have a DNA test, I would feel a little slighted, but then I understand just because I've experienced a lot of things vicariously through my homeboys where they thought they had kids and it turned out it wasn't their kids. So I'm not necessarily fully mad at you for wanting to check, but you should know if you fucking with me, like I'm only fucking you. Like, so if it happened, it's a don't you know what, you raggedy bitch. I love you. This is hilarious. It's so weird because I met you and they was like, oh, she a Libra. I was like, oh, it's gonna take us a second to warm up, but once we warm up, it's gonna be fine. Like I already know because we just always ask air signs. We kind of standoffish a little bit because we're like, okay, let me see, like what they gonna do. But that's fucking hilarious. Like yeah, my brother, that's not.
I don't give a fuck.
Girl, no. So my uncle. So my. Okay, let me not. This is not funny. It's not funny. So my grandma, I love her. I loved her to death. She has 9 kids and multiple baby daddies, right? And my uncle Craig, it was like, you know, he wanted to know who his daddy was, whatever. So she told him that it was this man. So he shows up at the man.
Kids.
Listen. Wait, just wait to the kicker. So he goes to the dude's house, and the man is like, I don't think you my kid. And I'm like, okay, Uncle Craig, why didn't you check? Because at this point in the game, I feel like DNA thing, like test word thing, because I feel like this was like in the 90s. So the man embraces him, you know, like finally accepts him as his kid. My uncle done went to the man funeral and everything. Why was that not his daddy? Why was his daddy not? Because we knew that 2 of them were 2 whole full siblings because they look identical. My aunt and my dad, they were full siblings. Come to find out, my uncle Craig and my aunt Nina are also full siblings with my dad and my aunt. And they found out because somebody did like the ancestry thing, and it came back that they were full siblings with these other people that was like in Wentzville. So my daddy found all of these other siblings not too long ago. You know, my uncle had called and told me, and I was like, damn, Craig, that's fucked up. He's like, ain't nobody be mad at but mama. I'm like, but I mean, she dead. Like, it ain't no point of being mad. Y'all gonna have a relationship with these people or not? Mm. And I was just like, well, we always had a name because their dad's name was in my mom's obituary. And so I thought they knew him. And my daddy was like, no, we didn't know him. I was like, but how y'all know a name? How y'all get a name? So I don't know. It's messy. But I was like, dang, Craig, you done thought your dad was died. And then when you found out who your daddy really was, and then it's like you had to experience that death all over again. It was fucked up.
Also, the man was live when they found out that he had the different dad.
No, he had just died. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. That was crazy. Y'all stop keeping secrets from us.
Who them daddies is.
Yeah, no, I met one of my uncles is definitely a creep. But everybody else seemed to be hella cool. Oh no, bitch. Girl, he's a fucking creep. He tried to he commented on a story one time. Now, mind you, when I added him on Facebook, he was like, so are you my niece, my sister, or a cousin? And then I said, okay, I'm your niece. So then one day he commented very sexually on a post. And I was like, so you know I'm your niece, right? And he was like, well, damn, it's always the good looking ones that's related to me. That's weird. And then he commented on something else, and I was just like, I blocked him. So I have my cousin that we developed a relationship. I sent her the screenshot. She was like, girl, he's a creep. His other uncle is a creep. You only need to be cool with our daddy. That's it. So I was like, okay, cool. But it's crazy because I had met my uncle out here about 12 years ago because he's best friends with the person formerly known as my cousin, daddy. They best friends. And it didn't even click in my mind. I'm like, damn, this nigga kind of look like my. Yes, I Virgo. It is a Virgo, and you know.
I know that's the Virgo.
Yes, you know it. And so it never even clicked. I was just like, oh, he tall and light skinned like my dad. That's it. But didn't even think, oh, like, man, you look like my daddy. And when I saw them in the same room, I was like, how did I even miss that?
Right.
And then his daughter looks more like my dad. I don't look like my daddy. But this, I'm going to send you the picture. I'm like, how the fuck? I only got my daddy nose and like this cricket finger, like right here. That's it.
That's a cricket finger.
Cricket finger. That's my daddy. But thank you so much for coming on and hanging out.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all y'all on here at one time. I'm gonna have y'all individually, and I'm gonna get you on like old times. We're gonna try.
Okay, look, you can try.
I know. I'm gonna try because you tried to do the bi-monthly check-in. I was okay with that, and you got met with no. I'm gonna try. So Nya, tell them where they can follow you and give them your handles, and then and you be trading the stocks too. So you got to text me that so I can put it in the description as well.
Ooh, where I'm at? Okay, this is my page. I will follow y'all back. This Big East Side. That's Instagram. You can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just Nya. And I think that's it. I don't want y'all to have my Facebook because I don't be on there no more like that.
Yeah, you definitely fell off because it was like a period of time we got multiple statuses in a day, and then you just disappeared.
I don't be on there because they've been throwing people in the slammer too much. It ain't even fun no more to be on there. So
you can't say the word
you
female.
You can't say man. You can't say nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even say nothing for real because I'm like, I ain't been in Facebook just many times. And he's like, I'm going to deactivate your account next time. I was like, well, all right, let me chill. It's too many pictures that are on there that I need to save first. Then I'll cuss everybody out. Facebook, it be stuff, dog. I got in an argument with this dude, like my cousin's cousin, because he said, this bottle girl got mad because he didn't tip. I said, she provided you with a service. If gratuity is not included, you are supposed to tip just like you go to a restaurant. You know, this dumb bitch gonna say, you don't tip your doctors. You don't tip the people at Jiffy Lube. I said, well, they price things accordingly. So that's not an issue. That's stupid.
And Jiffy Lube do have a little tip jar up there.
I said, if you broke, just say stay home. Girl,
my insurance tip my doctors. Fuck on.
Girl.
They don't need no more money.
Ugly, loud, and wrong. But we're going to end it right there.
Okay.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.